Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team from the American, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Tulane's offense will have the football first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Tulane. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the
There he goes! Turning it on! They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Tulane using that big run to generate momentum. Lost the throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the grab. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to keep it in the air. Got it in the middle. It's Reed. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. So LSU's offense will take the field for the first time. The give to the single back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Now adjusting. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Going right to work up top. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Miller. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down.
Yeah, and these big fellas, man, they can run so well at their size. A lot of times you see these tight ends, they don't necessarily run around you, but so physical to be able to break tackles and then make those extra yards after the catch.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They'll give it to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. The offense changing the play. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Grab near the marker. It's Watkins. And he's rolled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Takes a handoff. It's Durham. And this one will be stopped for no gain. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick release on the RPO. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU, and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. First play of the period will be a second down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The receiver on the jet sweep.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
They go right back to it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. So now on comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got him downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They'll move the tight end. The give out of the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on it.
Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third down, he drops the throw. On the move and looking deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Grab into the middle, it's Durham.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's shot. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Rushes on him. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Bring in the heat. They get to him as he throws.
And that's the problem as an offense, man. You get in these 3rd and forever situations, and now the defense drops back, and they take away all the deep stuff, and you're trying to find some space, but it's just so hard to try to convert those 3rd and longs.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
To the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Reed. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you can tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They got to get in a rhythm. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He makes a fair catch. Couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Grabbed behind the line, it's Barnes. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll hurry to the line here and try to get off that 3rd down play. Fires to the right. All alone, he's got it. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Hauls it in, looking for space. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3-and-out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. the RPO and pull it right. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the defense, got him at the 27. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Secures it at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Tosses to the quarterback. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Green Wave. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. To get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. About to start here in the second half, Tulane will kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready.
He's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Steps away. Makes the grab, it's Durham. And he'll be brought down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Plucks it out of the air.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will give them the lead.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. He wants to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Reed.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Now on first down from the 43. Running to the left. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from there.
There he goes. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in fourth and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
Goal line defense on fourth down, and they give him nothing. making the stop at the 2. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for
It's a running room. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. The Green Wave hoping that huge run puts momentum on their side. Got it behind the line. It's Bohannon. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Lofts one high and deep. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 8. Oh, you know we wanted that pick 6, but the offense is in business. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick 6. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense picks it up. Past the 50. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tulane. This defense making a big play. In the end zone.
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal, not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. He's got him. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to pound their way in. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced them into fourth down.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they've bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
Quarterback may change this route. He'll set up to throw. Quarterback adapted. Into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Tulane offense headed back onto onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Finds his man down the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
The give to the tailback. Makes his man miss. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Finds his man. It's Hayes. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Barnes. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Setting up the screen. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. The offense coughs it up. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down mark. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's Reed. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, going up top. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're good.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Tulane right back to the line.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Great place to start for this offense. Give to the running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. He's got it again. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, obviously, this game has not been the best statistically of this guy's career so far, but the important thing is you win. And to do that, they need him to play really well here in the 4th quarter. They're going to keep giving him the football with the lead in this juncture, and this is where he needs to have his best runs of the game.
From the red zone, it's Durham.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Finds his big tight end. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? They'll run it. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the the doorstep of pay dirt.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely...
And the sack all the way back at the 5. Tulane right back to the line. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the 4th quarter. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.